And hello, this is Dread Mechanic back once again for part 3 of my Tachikoma Mark 11 build stream. This is my little weeknight project because I'm super busy at work at the moment, but I get 3 days off at the end of this week, so I'll be able to do a lot more with some of my other things, like the HAW and the T08. We'll get around to finishing them eventually. But in this session, we're going to do a little bit more work on this. And I've had an idea, and it's a rather painful one. Because yesterday we were having problems with the walk cycle getting itself all confused, and I had a hard time trying to figure out a reset system for it to make it not be weird. So I am thinking of gutting the inside of it a little bit, and figuring out a way of getting a few more event blocks inside it, so that I don't have to deal with the headache of trying to work out what the leg reset programming needs to be. I can just hopefully make the usual leg event controller setup that I've been working with recently. And for that I need to first of all pick this thing up off the ground, as I haven't really got enough space to push it up off the ground, and I've got a little bit of uranium left in there. That will do for power. And we'll reverse that all the way down, see how far that gets us. Gets us that far. Stick that on there. Built it off centre, but doesn't really matter that much. Reverse that. Slap on a mag plate. Click, there we go. Right, that's up off the floor. And it's not going to go mad when I try and do stuff. So, the thing that... where am I? I'm over there. The thing that I wanted to do is... if I can see it with all very little space we've got to play with in here. There it is. This connector that we're inside of, I want to remove it and replace it with just conveyor tubes, because then I can have 4 more blocks in the corner for 4 more event controllers to sort out the legs. The only problem is, the second I delete it, the 2 gyros are going to drop, and then I will need to build the new event blocks before I can replace them. Might just come in from underneath, so we don't accidentally delete the wrong thing. You know what? Just, oh no, I can't, can I? Smeg it. We'll just chop it out. Best. There you go, that's the gyros dropping out of place. Place that over there. Start to stick that over there. Right, so now we've got this gap. Where's the front? That's the front, isn't it? Back all to that. Yeah, dun. Right, we need to build. You know what, actually, let's put the event blocks in first, because then I can forget about them. Oh. 1, 2. Dun. Yeah. I thought yeah. I'm just confusing myself about how many event timers event controllers I actually need. So we've got them. That can be roller leg FL02. Officer settings, copy all. That can be RL02. RL? No, it needs to be FR. Oh, FR02 for front right. That wants to be RL. That wants to be R and R. Then we need to join all of this back up again. No matter which way around that is. Dun. Where is it? There you go, that'll do. It should be all that connected back up. Yeah, cool. Right, and then that can go back in there, and we don't actually need that camera anymore, because that is for a redundant system. We do, however, need copy that and try and put that back where it belongs. There it is. So that's that one. That can go. Right, so that's all the parts back in all the places they're supposed to be. Oh, yeah. We have built the legs. The way around that I've built the legs is messed up, because I'm an idiot. So, I need to think about it like this. Yeah, because increasing it does that, decreasing it does that. Ugh. Oh. Wobble. Too many subgrids. Right. So we are going to effectively completely redo this leg. Effectively completely redo these leg controllers. Because that is activated by that light. That. Yeah. That gets to be FL01 forward now. Reverse. FL01 forward. Rev. Forward. Basically going to completely redo all of these. That is leg light 01. Let's delete all of this and start again. We need leg hinge FL to reset velocity, decrease velocity, reset velocity, and increase velocity. So I'll move yes, we forgot about this again. There's not enough slots, I don't think. Actually, I'm doing it this way, there might be. Decrease, 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 decrease. Oh, actually, there should be, because we're, yeah, that should be alright actually. Reset, increase, increase, increase velocity. Actually, yeah, that should be alright. And then what that needs to do after that is FL03 needs to reverse. So when I do this, you should hopefully pull back, lift up, drop down, pull back, lift up, drop down. Cool. And you can see the back right leg doing stuff, because there's other commands in there. Leg controller. Angle changed. you're looking at that. Well, you shouldn't be, because you are going to be block on and off now. Leg light FL 01. Select actions. It's all good. Leg hinge FL. With this one, we are going to reset, decrease, reset, decrease, increase, decrease, increase, and then one more increase velocity to bring it up to 18. And then after that, we will have that hinge reverse. That now needs to be off. They all need to be swapped around. Because that was initially my reverse system, wasn't it? Yeah. Ah, damn. What the hell? Oh no, it's all a complete mess anyway, so smag it, I'll just rebuild the whole thing from scratch. So leg reverse. Right, leg FR01. Leg front right. Reset. Decrease. Increase. Decrease. Increase. Increase. Dum 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 dum. Reverse. And then FL02 will be angle changed. What's the angle? I can get it from one of these. 19. Minus 19. Angle changed. Minus 19. Is it greater or lower than? Equal to or less than? Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. Less than minus 19. Leg FL. Nope. And that is leg FL 03 reverse. So now when we do that, on and off, it does all that the way it's supposed to. Cool. You know what, I'm going to turn all these back on so we can see them. Turn that off. Turn that on. Yeah, that leg cycle is working properly. Cool. On, off. Lock on and off. Leg light FR01. leg FR. Dun, 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 dun. Reset. Decrease. Reset. I might have messed one of the other legs up. Decrease, increase. One, two. Decrease, increase. Increase. Well, that reverse leg, did I miss one of them up? No. I'm sure I just messed one of these up, thinking back on it. Yeah, I did. That wants to be reset velocity. Do it. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, it's missing stuff. Leg. Right. Increase velocity. Increase velocity. This is the reverse leg, so that actually leg FR wants to be there. 1, 2, 3, yeah. That wants to be there. So now we turn the right leg on and off. And that is because I haven't set up this angle changed less than -19. Leg front right 03. Select actions, leg FR, reverse. Now we turn that on and off. It up, lifts up, drops back in, lifts up, drops back in. We turn you off, turn you on. Lifts up as it moves and pushes back forward. Cool. Done. That's done. Rear right leg 01. Cool. Right. Leg RL. Reset velocity. Decrease. Reset velocity. Decrease. Increase. Decrease. Increase. Increase. 1, 2, 3. All good. Reverse. RL02. Angle changed. Less than -19. Leg. RL03. And that does leg RL03. You know what, let's let this one while we're here. Angle changed. less than minus 19 leg RR03 leg RR03 not bad hinge reverse. Right, so that one wants to be block on and off. Change all into block and off. Block on and off. Leg light. Rear left 01. Right. Leg RL. Dum dum dum. And these are the other way around to the front legs, so these are the opposite. So reset. Decrease. Reset. Decrease. Increase. Decrease. Ooh. Increase. And increase, and then we have that reversing there. So we've already set up the other the event controller, so that should not do anything because they're all turned off from the old port system. That and that can turn off. We just want that on. Rear left. That's not working the right way around. I messed that up. Yes, I have. Rear left 03 wants to be on that one. Rear left forwards. There we go. Lift up as it moves forwards and pushes back to create forward momentum. Cool. And then barrels are on reverse, block switched on and off. Lights. Yeah, we messed it up, even though we were talking about it at the time while we were doing it. So now, if I turn on that one, turn off that one, and then flick the rear left light. And that's what it needs to walk backwards. Right. Divvy. Right, walk forward, dump dump dump, rear right leg, it has got the right things. Let's delete these things. Leg RR. That's not at all right. Leg RR. Reset. Decrease. Reset. Decrease. Increase. Decrease. Increase. 1, 2, 3. And then a third one for that, and then that goes there. So that should, in theory, work, unless I once again mess some stuff up. Nope, lift up as it moves forward. Pushes back. That is fine. And then we just need to set up this one, which is the same again. Switched on and off. Leg, light, rear, right. Select actions. Leg, RR. Reset. Decrease. Reset, decrease, increase, decrease, increase. Increase 1, 2, 3, sound. And then that goes there. It doesn't. Leg that goes there. Turn that on, turn that off. Leg light rear right. It pushes forward, lifts up as it moves back. Sweet. That is the right way round. Right. Those legs are all set up with a better setup. Forward. There we go. Walk mode forward ADV. Need to do walk mode forward. That. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I've just got to change that, haven't I? Leg controller. Fact, leg rev first. So that's reverse, 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 and reverse. Off, 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 and off. On, on, on. Right and rear right, turning off should pull it back, so that should be fine. Reverse, AI, reverse, same deal. Oh no. Walk, reverse. There we go. Leg forward. Off, 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 and off. Leg, dum dum dum, reverse. Is on, and on, and on, and on. So, theoretically, that seems to work alright. So you're working alright. Okay, I think that works fine. We had a leg reset setup that was supposed to be both of them together at that angle. Triggers. That on, that off, that on, that off. Which would theoretically put the legs back in the right positions for the walk cycle to continue. So if I flick both of them off and do that, the leg reset did nothing because it's probably turned off, isn't it? Yep, turn it on. Then yeah, it puts the legs back in the position for the walk cycle to continue. Cool. Leg reset, is that coming on properly when we're walking? Yes it is. And it turns off. It comes on when we reverse, and it turns off. Right, I think I've redone that walk cycle now. In such a way that it won't freak out when the legs go weird. Hopefully. One way to test it out. Copy and paste that off there. Dump it on the floor. And then give it a whirl, see if it works. Yeah, that seems to be fine. Yeah, that's not too bad. Right. That should be a more foolproof walk cycle that's less prone to going buggy and weird. Right. Okey-doke. There's something else I wanted to do. Oh. I actually need to check if that walk gyro is even remotely right. Gyro. Dum 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 dum. Turn gyro. Walk gyro. Yeah, you're not turning on because I put you out. Bum bum bum. Walk start. Yep, there you are. Walk gyro. You need to come back on. And then walk off. There will be a gap there. Dum dum dum. Yeah, that's the one. Or gyro off. There we go. Oh, get off the battery. What are you doing? There you go. You've still got a few issues because you're so small. But that works a bit better. And that gyro turns itself off, and the only other thing was the patrol mode and guard mode, because I cut out the AI. Gyro. I can't remember. There it is. Turn gyro on and off. Yeah, leave that one, won't it? Gyro. AI gyro on and off. Then guard mode has a similar. Will have a similar issue. There it is. Gyro AI. I'm just going to double check with the older versions, make sure that is the same thing. On and off. Yeah. That's fine. Damn it. Ooh, that's not too bad then. Right, you can get deleted. Don't need you anymore. That junk can get deleted. I can stay there for now. Because they're both the same. If I activate this, they're both going to react at the same time, aren't they? Yeah, look at him. Trying to kill shit. He can't because he's strung up. I'm pointing at the leg, wasn't I? That's why I was flipping back and forth. Oh, you're right, Space Falcon, Space Guy Falcon. He's strung up because I was rebuilding some bits. It's hard to see because of all the stuff in the way. Basically, there was a connector port in there. Which one was it? That was in the bottom of there before, connecting that connector port to the rest of the conveyor system. But I desperately needed the extra space for some more event blocks to make the walk cycle and the legs less janky, so I just replaced that conveyor, that big conveyor connector, with just a little series of conveyor pipes to do the same job and leave me the gap for the extra 4 event blocks. So now the leg cycle is a little less wonky, and the reset system I have in place to stop the leg cycle getting out of sync actually works now. Because I tried condensing the pattern that I use for the walk cycle down into less event controllers, and it was just causing issues. So I've just squeezed in the extra floor blocks that I need to make the walk cycle system properly. And it should mean that when these guys get in each other's way, which they inevitably will if you've got multiple of them, the sensors that control their walk cycle turning on and off hopefully won't go nuts and make the legs go all freaky. Because the way the sensors work can make the legs get a bit confused, and then they get out of sync and then just starts doing little bunny rabbit hops everywhere. But there is now an event block in there that, in the event that both the front legs move backwards at the same time, meaning the legs have gone out of sync, it will automatically turn on the right combination of leg lights and turn off the right combination of leg lights to put the legs back into their walk cycle position. And these guys have just stopped because they're in each other's way now, because of the collision fields for their sensors. Because unfortunately, it's hard to get the AI blocks to play nicely with wheeled grids and leggy grids. So you have to set up sensors to get things to stop and not crash into each other, but I'm still trying to refine the distances required. If I walk in front of him, he will reverse and walk out of the way, and then they should get out of each other's way. There we go. They do hop about a bit at the minute. There we go. I mean, we can copy and paste. Yes, Space Guy Falcon, it is a bit complicated. Like, I imagine there's a lot of, you could do a lot of this stuff with scripts, but having come to Space Engineers from the Xbox originally, I've sort of got it built into me to try and figure out vanilla ways of doing stuff. And to be honest, I enjoy the challenge of trying to figure out how to do things the vanilla way. And working out the stupid, complicated sets of event blocks and timer blocks and all sorts of nonsense. But they work alright. I mean, they're still a little bit bouncy and wobble side to side a little bit, but I think that's because of the way the legs sweep. I have had a few ideas for a Tachikoma with like inline legs that just move back and forward rather than sweeping around the outside of the mech, but I haven't got time to do that in the 2 hours I get between getting home from work and having to go to bed, so that'll have to be a weekend project. Curious if turning these thrusters on helps stabilise it at all, or is it just going to fight the gyros when it tries to turn? It does fight the gyros a little bit. Might be the wind. I think it's a combination of just like the way the legs are moving and the just overall like weight distribution of the mech, because it's got a really big fat body, a really big fat bum, and little skinny legs. And I think the tiny little legs have a bit of problems shifting all the mass of the body. That's why the Jameson Cyborg that they're all shooting at has a thruster on the back, because the leg cycle functions pretty well. It's just, it doesn't have enough mass or enough grip to actually propel itself forward. The thruster is what actually propels that mech forward. The legs are almost cosmetic. Because it's just so small and light, it literally can't propel itself forward without that thruster. You're the one that I've turned the thrusters on. I mean, it's hard to tell. Sometimes I think I'm imagining it when they work better or work worse. But he does seem to be a little more stable with those thrusters on. There's the one with the sensors on that you can see, he is slip sliding all over the show. Maybe the trick is leaving them on to sort of artificially dampen the movement. Yeah, cheers man, they do turn really nicely. That is purely the AI block and 2 gyroscopes. The AI blocks, yeah, the time to accelerate thing, that stems from having to have quite a low rate of friction on the wheels. Because if you have it on like the default where it's like 50 friction, the legs just ping off the floor, they grip it too much and the mech just clangs and jerks around. And And it's the same problem with the wheels as well, because of the drive mode. Turn them all off for a second. I'll jump into him and stick it in drive mode, which it should be in now. That thruster hasn't turned off drive mode. But curious. Whatever. Why is that being weird? Oh, damn, I've changed something, haven't I? What's going on with that? Drive mode. Setup actions. Dum to dum to dum to dum to dum. Drive mode, like, dum to dum to dum. I'm not sure what I've messed up there. Oh, he's not turning. Right, I turn drive mode back off. You're not turning now. Why is that? Oh, for God's sake, I know why he's not turning, because I messed around with them. And they are just on an on-off switch, rather than having individual on-off switches. There you go. Turn gyro's working again now. Yeah, back to my original point. Yeah, the reason I have really low friction is so they can drift around in drive mode. Because if I set the... what am I doing? And hinges act as suspensions a little bit. Yeah, I don't like to put too much unnecessary force onto hinges. They're already clangy enough without trying to use them as suspension. I mean, mine do a little bit, but I mostly use the wheels for like suspension and shock absorption. But if I stick that back on 50% friction on the wheels, you can see there immediately the wheels are catching and clanging and kicking about on when it's turning and moving around, and it just tries to flip the thing over. 25% friction seems to be the nice spot between being able to drift and still generating enough friction quickly enough to actually move. Because if I put that suspension up a little bit higher to like 35, you'll see as I turn, yep, there you go, it's doing wheelies as the wheels catch, and you can see the legs, the back legs, being weird and catching on the ground. And if I put it lower than 25, say dum to dum 15, it doesn't generate enough friction to speed up very well at all. So if we go from a standing position, that's how long it takes to build up like even a decent, like a remotely decent bit of speed. And if I start turning, it just drifts forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And if you put it lower than that, it's even worse. So like 25% seems to be the sweet spot, but it does come with a few issues, like when it's walking. If you've only got single wheels, it seems to take a little bit of time to build up proper speed when it's walking. It's not an issue I have with the bigger mechs that have got loads of wheels, even though they're on 25% friction. Just having more wheels on one foot seems to do the trick of like generating friction and forward momentum. But yeah, if you're building the 25% thing is, in my experience, best for like sweeping legs, like the Tachikomas and all my think tanks and anything that moves like an insect. Because I've done a few experiments with like inline legs, and you can just leave them on like those wheels on the default settings, and they can work pretty well. Which is why I'm thinking of rebuilding the legs on this and making them inline rather than sweeping, because they can generate more friction and they can actually walk uphill. Whereas if I try and get this thing to walk uphill with 25% friction on its wheels, all it'll do is skid about at the bottom of the hill and go nowhere. Which is also kind of why I left all the think tanks with a drive mode option. Because if you encounter a hill that you can't walk up, you can just drive up it instead. Like if I drive over here towards this slope, there's a perfect example. I need to increase the speed limit on this thing as well. Suspension. Oh, that's enough. I'll make it 70 for now, so we'll go a bit quicker. Yeah, so if I stick leg mode back on, and it tries to walk up this hill, it will absolutely struggle with 25%. It might do a little bit, but once it gets past a certain point, it'll start to slip and stop, and there you go. It's struggling to move up the hill. It can't really do much more than that kind of incline. But if you stick drive mode on, once those legs stop, I've got a parking brake control on here yet. Oh yeah, I do. There we go. Trigger. Turn that off. Or not. It's not doing. Parking brake light. You've been on. Off. There we go. Yeah. It can drive uphill pretty well. Doesn't have many issues driving up the hills, it's just walking. The wheels are doing the driving. The thrusters that are inside the rear pod that control the walk cycle are almost certainly helping a little bit because it's so small. On the bigger multi-pads I've made, like the HAW and the T08, the thrusters probably aren't doing an awful lot at all, because that's the thruster that propels like the manual walk forward. That's the one that does reverse, and then that's the control one that stops the legs freaking out when these thrusters flicker. So they're probably doing a little bit of forward momentum, but not a great deal. It is mostly the wheels that are doing all of the driving. In fact, those two thrusters aren't even on when drive mode is active, so it is entirely the wheels. The only thrusters that are still on are the two that control left and right turning. With the turning gyro system that I've got. Ooh, a bit too close to that tree. So yeah, the wheels are doing all the forward momentum. And that's because of Whip's subgrid wheel script. I've been trying to think of a way of replacing the script with a vanilla system, and the only thing I can't work out how to do would be the handbrake. that whip script does, and the parking brake. Well, the parking brake sort of easy, I suppose, but actually it probably wouldn't, because whip's subgrid script does a lot of mad stuff. Yeah, it's I'm trying to make mechs that can deal with hills in this game is a challenge in itself a lot of the time. A lot of it really depends on the kind of legs you build. Have I got that thing knocking around here, and will it let me spawn it in? Yeah, it will. Right, this is one of my inline mechs that I've still not got around to publishing yet. But it works like a charm, and it's absolutely ridiculous, and it's all built in large grid. And I think I've just slightly spawned it into the floor. Up a little bit. There we go. Right. Yeah, so these are like the inline legs that I meant. Like they literally just travel backwards and forwards. There's no sweeping motion. I need to get to the cockpit. I can show you what I mean. Oop. Oh yeah, there's a sensor on that door that opens it. Manual walk on number 2. There we go. Right, that's the inside of this thing. So I've still not finished this yet. There's loads of screens that need sorting out. But yeah, this thing, the suspension on it is set to 100% on this one, actually. Because of the way that the legs and the feet are designed, it can have the friction at 100% because it's not actually sweeping around the body of the mech. It's all going directly forwards and backwards, so it can. This thing can do hills really well because it's got full friction. And it's got some decent leg setup. Oh, now you're going to make a fool of me, aren't you? Ooh, it's bouncing. It might not be happy because there's all those other little mechs in this game. Let's give it a second to settle down. There we go. Being a little bit nicer now. Physics in Space Engineers are... The physics in Space Engineers are good, but it's not quite realistic when you start getting to really large-scale stuff. Some of the large-scale stuff can get very bouncy, I've found. Surprisingly bouncy for something that's supposed to weigh 644 tons, according to the thing in the corner. But yeah, different leg designs are good for different things. It just booted the side of the hill. I just didn't care. But yeah, this one's also got a bit of a weird weight distribution in a few places because it's got these massive wings, which I've not played with this one for a while. I can't remember all the settings properly. Flight mode, can't activate that, hang on. Turn off walk mode. Flight mode. There we go. Thrusters on, wings open, legs tuck away. This is just a ridiculous thing I've been working on for a while. The different sections of the wings and the horns and everything, they're all grid speed sensitive, so they all move about as you change grid speeds and things. And it's a little bit clangy still in a few places, but we'll figure that out. Yeah, this one is really, really good at walking, and I absolutely cannot take all the credit for that, because the leg design on this is heavily based on one of Black Armor's designs, because I wanted to get my head around inline legs. So I had a little nosy at a few of his designs, and tweaked them to my own specifications. And then rebuilt them a little bit and just updated them. But yeah, they do work really, really well. It's something along the lines of this that I want to put on the Tachikoma, but slightly adjusted. Anyway, I'm going to take that out because that's killing the sim speed. It's huge. And now I can't remember which one of these I was playing with, but they're all the same, so it doesn't actually matter, I don't think. Yeah. Dun 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 dun, and we will. How long's it been? Oh, it's only been an hour. Yeah, I know he can't really take the credit for it, but I did flat out copy his leg design and then adjust it a little bit. But it did teach me a fair bit about how inline legs work, and how to make them. Because sweeping legs, like bug legs, they're really, really easy to do. They're like pretty much the easiest leg setup there is. Inline legs are a little trickier, and then trying to make vanilla bipeds is the absolute trickiest thing I've ever done. I've only actually succeeded in doing it once, and then just copy and pasting that design a couple of times into other things. It looks like these guys have now all run out of ammunition. Oh, no, he's got a bit. You ever seen Return of the Living Dead? That Tachikoma really reminds me of a certain scene from that film. Yeah, they're not doing too bad, these Tachikomas at the minute. It's just a little bit of jank that I want to try and work out. I think it'd probably be a good idea to reduce these sensor ranges down. You know what, let's just get rid of you guys, because you're just killing the sim speed. Let's just stick working with this dude. Because I want to have a look at these sensor ranges. Turn that on. It's just going to cause problems, isn't it? just triggering a block that's not active, so it should be fine. Well, the Tachikomas in the anime tend to flick between pacifist and aggressive. I mean, it depends which one you're talking to. By the end of the season, they've all got their own individual little personalities. My favourite was always the nerdy one that was always reading books. Reduce that down a bit, because I think that's a little bit too far. It makes him bump into stuff a little bit soon. So the top one is 8 meters. Let's bring that down to 7. Actually, no, we'll leave it like that for now. Top on that is 14. Let's make that 10. See what that's like. That's... you know what? Let's bring that in a little bit more. 8, 6. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now, see what that's like. Off. Oh, actually, you know what I can test out? Because these Tachikomas do have buttons to activate their AI modes tucked away on the back legs. Still a bit junky and wobbly. I do actually think that having those thrusters switched on was helping. Turn them back on. Maybe it's not helping though. No. Let him walk around for a bit. Does seem to have stopped him drifting to the side quite so much when he's walking forwards. What is he like when we delete that? You following me now? Oh yeah, you are just following me because you're on guard mode, not patrol mode. Right, you stop. Turn that off. Turn patrol mode on. What are you like when you're just walking about? You're still doing a lot of sideways walking. What about the leg hinge strength? What's that like? 2 million. What if we turn that down What it's going to do is mean the legs aren't going to move forward properly, but we'll try it anyway. Itself about too violently, that might be part of the problem. Leg hinge. Let's put that back to where it was. It doesn't seem to have made a massive difference. You're struggling to hit that one, aren't you? You seem to be dancing around it a little bit. You're happy now. You got it. Yeah, I think I might need to leave those thrusters on in the AI mode. Dum. Thrusters, AI, left and right. We turn them off again. Come on, you can hit it. Hard to tell, sometimes they just get bored and walk off. Yeah, you're doing a lot of sideways walking there. You're supposed to be aiming for that. Where are you going? Yeah, I am going to set them up so that those thrusters turn on in the AI modes. So that's guard mode, on and off. That's that. That's all that. There's left. Right. And then dum patrol mode. Thrusters left on off. Right on off. Yeah, because once you get going, you can do like 8 meters a second, which is pretty quick. Yeah, and you hit that one the first time then. Yeah, that's doing pretty well. We go back over here, turn that mode off. spot. And he's still walking a bit drunk. But not nearly as badly as he was. Again, I think it's just a weight versus mass. Weight and mass, same thing. I think it's just a weight issue, body versus the legs. What are you doing? You figuring it out? There you are. It might even be the speed that his legs are moving at that's causing the issues. Because he seems to walk fine in a straight line when I'm controlling him. It might even be an AI overcorrection issue. Do need to get round to sorting those screens out again. We've still got a bit of ammunition left. That's all just left in the guns though, isn't it? Because all the ammo storages are empty. So what's that then? That'll be mech gyros. Well, they're turn gyros now. So that should be alright if I turn that into turn. The mech control consoles have been completely removed. Well, not removed, but deleted. Oh no, I did remove them. Wheel control can stay, AI thrusters, manual warp thrusters. Turn thrusters. That's what else I need to do. Gyro. That needs to be a turn thruster. Left. Turn thruster left. So I need to put the tag on all of this stuff. Then it should show up. Oh yeah. It's capital letters. Dum 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 dum. And dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Right. Is there going to be numbering on the screen? One of those is now. That's no longer that, is it? That's now warp gyro. That is AI gyro. Isn't it? Gyro. AI gyro, warp gyro. Yeah. There we go. There. Oh, I put turn warp thruster because I'm an absolute idiot. Oh, that should now appear properly. Hopefully. We do also need to rearrange a few other bits. Like AI gyro. That needs to move down here. And I also want to change a few bits. For the gyros, I want them to say active and inactive. There's that whole thing. Do that, copy and paste that. AI gyro, warp gyro active, and then that gets to be AI gyro, and that gets to be that, and that make a little bit more sense when the script catches up. There you go, turn gyro is active, warp gyro is inactive, AI gyro is inactive. Warp thrusters. Space on there to turn control thrusters, that'll do. What's that one then? AI. That one. What's the missing block? AI unit remote. Remote. Because I like having it in with those blocks. There we go. What's missing from that one? Oh yes, the ore detector that we had to cut out. But it doesn't really need it. Gap at the bottom there though. GPS recorder. You know what, I can stay down there. They all look correct. There's no zeros out of zeros. No one else needs changing, does it? No. Not for now, anyway. Actually, that needs changing. I want to take that line out. Because that's just pointless at this stage. And that leaves us a bit of a gap at the bottom to put something else into. I'm gonna make a group for all of these and just call it thrusters. Oh, and look at that, it's been an hour and a half and I need to go to bed soon. Oh, that's lame. Let's finish this off then. Custom data, let's have an echo and let's have a power used, I think. G. Thrusters. Do that. There we go. That can measure how much power my thrusters are using. Doing all the things it needs to do. You know, so you can walk about 14 miles an hour according to that. Oh, 18 miles an hour. It's not too bad. Right, let's turn those sensors things back off. There we go. There we go. No unnecessary garbage. Alright, well he's not too bad at following me around then, is he? Like a lost little puppy. Oh, he's got a bit too close. Yeah, he's a little bit janky. He's not too bad though. Where's he going? Anyway, we're going to leave it there for now, while he figures out what he's doing. That has been a successful little session, rebuilding the legs, or the leg control system, and making a few little tweaks. There's still a few more bits I want to do to this one, and I'll probably come back to it at some point later on in the week. So, thank you for watching. Thank you to Space Guy Falcon again for tuning in and chatting and having a laugh with us. And I will see you all again soon. So, bye for now.